Alright, welcome back to the war room section of my man cave. I get to sit down and do a turn or two before we have to go out and hit the heat. A lot of yard work we get to do today. And all the rain we get, that grass grows so fast you could probably cut those lawns hourly. Yeah, stuff gets up there. So about a couple pounds of sweat to shed today to look forward to. So that's why we're going to get some gaming in. I think it's still, that dew out there is still wet and everything, but so I'm going to try to sneak in a little bit of Clash of Giants, a Civil War, the battles of Second Bull Run and Gettysburg. Game designed by Ted S. Racer. And also Roger R. B. McGowan. I'm sorry about that. A little chip pull game. Low to medium complexity. You know, that's one thing that's good about this game is you can get right into it. We are at the evening of July 1st, first day of the battle. I don't know how it went historically, but not much really goes on. We've had a few skirmishes, our little battles, I guess, but we're getting ready to grab this little stack of units here, see who we all got. Here we go. It is Johnson. Johnson has artillery. How come there's... Oh, okay, we got more men coming in here. It's all Johnson, too. Oh, Johnson has 2 artillery? We got to figure this one on out. Yeah, because we got artillery here and Johnson artillery. What is up with that? Johnson. Alright, let's see here. There's Johnson. I don't see anything that fits. Let me see here. 6 corps. Well, I guess this is all. Does Johnson get 2 artillery? What is up with that? All right, I'm gonna have to go look at the rules, find out what we're doing here, and we'll be right back. This is something I didn't notice before. Confederate States of America artillery markers may only be used with units of their formation. I didn't know they had 2 different artilleries. They got divisional artillery markers that may be used with units of their division, and corps artillery markers, which may be used with any unit of that corps. Wow. Let's dump these things out and see if there's any difference here. Here's 2 artillery markers. A corps and a formation? Yeah, I don't know if they get that. Oh, here's the corps. Confederate corps are named after their leaders. So how can we have like a formation? Let's look and see here on these artillery for the Confederates. Heath, that's a corps. Oh, here's a formation. I'm with you. Here's a corps. Here's a corps. And here's a corps. Alright. Let me point this out to you. See if we do any good. Johnson. It seems to me like it's the same thing. So, this one here can be used with anything in Johnson's formation, which makes sense. And here, is there more? And this one here can only be used with these. You see what I'm talking about? But it don't make no sense. Let's look over here with the other ones here. This is a formational artillery, and it would be used. Oh man, look around here. Right here. No, wait, that's got a blue. See how that's solid blue in the background? That one's got a blue and then a light blue. What's up with that? What are you guys doing to us in this game here? All right, we thought we had it pretty well set up. I'm looking around. All right, let me read this again. Sometimes all you gotta do is read. We stopped, and maybe it tells me, clears it up for me. I'll be right back. All right, kind of a bit of a puzzle, but I'm thinking I got it figured out. Listen to this one. Corps division. What division does this go with? Well, if you look here, and we're going to put in a zoom feature here to look at this, because if you look at this symbol, you can see it's got 3 different colors there. So anything with the 2 with the, I'll see if I could. Anything with the 2 with the dark green, medium green, and light green, he gets the support. So I guess that would be him, him, and I haven't seen any other one with a 3 on it. It's green, so I guess he hasn't come into play yet. But yeah, this is divisional artillery, if I can find it again. There you go. And it can support dark green. If you didn't got a magnifying glass or a freaking microscope, you wouldn't see these 3 shades here. This is really, they need to have a whole section on this besides a sentence or two. Under plugin rules. But here you go. Yeah, I'm figuring it out now. But you can see here. So that's what we're up against. That's how we're doing it. Like I said, this one here, if I can find it, I've got to get out of Zoom feature. Johnson for the whole core. Anything in Johnson, anything that says Johnson on it. And this one here can't go with early. All right. So Johnson's. But this one here can go for Johnson, early, dark green, light green. And let me see here. There must be another 3rd green, but I don't see it. But I guess it'll have the 2 slashes on it. So it's kind of complicated and a little bit to figure out. But after a little bit of studying and wasting time, yeah, we got it set to go. Now, how we put these all in the cup, that's another story. It does have something here about once per game, the CS player may declare he is forming a grand battery at the start of game turn. All CSA core, not division markers. So that's these markers here. Not these markers here. And that would be all the ones with the names on them. Ooh, all CSA core, not divisional, are withheld from the game cup and are available for 1 attack only during the activation that turn. This allows 3 markers to ignore the requirement that a marker may only be used with formation provided the attacks hex are all within 5 hexes of one another. However, at the end of the turn, all 3 core attack markers are removed from the game, whether they were actually used in combat or not, and that represents the fact that they used up all their ammo, I'm guessing. So if you want to do a grand battery, you better have a good attacking, because that'll be it for your artillery. If you think it provides that much anyway, it's only a +1. I mean, I guess die roll modifier is a die roll modifier. And like the designer said, he didn't want the artillery to really have a big impact to the game because it didn't in a real battle. Is how that goes. So we figured that out. Wow. And also, you can see down here when they have the 3 marker on them. I'm just now noticing that. Here's a divisional artillery. And they got the same thing going on. Wow. And you can't really tell the difference on these colors. But look at this. And I've got you guys zoomed in. I mean, we're almost microscopic. We're seeing little pixels on the counters. But there's dark blue. Okay. Dark blue, blue, and light blue. So that's how you figure that out. Good luck when you first figure that game out. But when you come to the old GWG channel, you'll have it figured out. But you're also probably thinking, dude, we had this figured out a long time ago. You're just not getting it. All right. Well, there you go. We will continue on. Let me see where we're at here. We got that figured out. I got to go check on a pup. Live calls, probably wasted too much time on that. So when we come back, when I get another chance to game, we'll continue. We'll be back. All right, we are back here. Oh, after a work day on a Saturday, we got it all done. Lost about a couple pounds of sweat out there. It'd be hot, and of course here in my neck of the woods, it'd be humid. So yeah, when I get done with that, almost like a wet noodle. I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck. But we're a little bit on the recovery side, looking for a tool here. And we have got the artillery figured out. What you can see here, that what do you call it? Confederacy definitely have the big artillery advantage. So these will all go into the cup. We got to find out how many we're going to pick, but that'll be later. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Rounding down, it'll be 5. So we'll get 5 apiece. Oh no, 5 total. Yeah, only 5 artillery total. Put here in the artillery cup. All right, our new general. Oh, now we got it. I think we're at the part where, let me see the sequence of play. I forgot what we were doing. Mutual reinforcement phase. Confederates only want to get reinforcements. Early reinforcement entry attempts. We are declining that. I think both sides. We already decided that. Now, reinforcement delay determination. So let's go ahead and roll. I forgot what the number we're looking for. at these old boys before we put, well, we'll go ahead and put him in the cup, command cup. And they come in an area I can't even see. Let's see here. Look at area B. So here you go. All the Confederates are coming in around this area. There you go, historically, I guess. And they're coming on down. Let me check this out real quick. We're back. All right, then. On a roll of 1 to 4, they come in where they're supposed to. And 5 and 6, they'll have a little dealie on them. It tells you where to go. So let's go ahead and find out. 1 through 4 for Johnson's Corps. So he comes in at the right spot. You're going to ignore stacking limitations. We'll go ahead and put them up here at B, so they'll be ready to come on in. Now, I want to also make note of that grand battery rule we just re-familiar with ourselves with. We definitely forgot about that one, but it's still early in the game, and there's no way we would have used it. So, but you can, from what I'm making of it, if there's one key battle that you just have to win, you can assign yourself one grand battery. But once you do that, you lose your artillery. So it's got a nice little mechanic there. All right, well, that is that. Ooh, reinforcement arrivals. They just did. Artillery special command marker. So artillery, we jumped a gun. I guess now is when we put it in there. The only special command marker we got here is Lee. So we're going to try to roll a die, and with the 1, we get a special Lee modifier. He's yet to come on in and have an effect. And that's the same way we had us also we might have to check that out. It was another marker. Hold on a second. No, my mistake. It was a Hancock marker, and I believe he's done. So, yeah, we're good with the Hancock marker. 1 roll for Lee's command. 8 of 1. 6. I'll put him in the next turn, the night turn, to see. I wonder if there's a limit on how long he can last. Let's check this out real quick. Starting on turn 2, and each turn thereafter, roll a die. Okay. Alrighty, then that is it. Alright, we're done. That is a special command marker phase. It was the operation phase, and we come back. And we'll start playing this game. We have life to contend with, so we'll probably put this on hold till our next chance to play some more Clash of Giants Civil War. I'll see how long this is. We might call it a video. Other than that, this is the situation. We got Confederates out of command, Union troops out of command, and I would like to send these on boys down the road and get my 6 of my 10, or rather 4 of my 10 brigades exited off the map, needed for a Confederate automatic victory. There's nothing stopping them. There you go, except just holding the high ground. We'll be back. All right, we'll start off this segment with an artillery chit draw. 11 placed in the cup. You pick half, round it down. That'll be a 5. So we'll see who gets the first one. And we have a CSA artillery. Union. Sorry about that, bad camera work. Confederate. And one more to break the tie. Who's gonna come out with the artillery advantage? Odds are it's gonna be the Confederates. Oh, the Union pulls one out of the hat. And there you go. Who will be the lucky? Ooh, Buford. Buford's cavalry. Oh, you know what? He always has it. I guess it's available. Whatever. All right. And 9th Corps. Oh, where are they at? Oh, they're the ones coming on around this way. And last but not least, ooh, 12th Corps. They're coming on in. They don't really need artillery. We'll see. All right, now for the important one here, the CSA. And if you wanted that grand battery, you had to pull all the other ones out. But I don't see anything. We're no key battles yet, so we'll hold off on the grand battery. We got a Heath troops up there. That is a Corps artillery. We got to remember this and we got other Corps artillery for Rhodes. So, I'm believing it's Rhodes and Heath up around there, and we got somebody else coming on in. So we'll put these artillery markers next to 5th Corps.
Buford. We'll just put them with his. We always just put him on his units there because he don't have anything really on the command chart. And then we got one here. And then for Heath. So we roll for these boys. They have artillery. If they have combat, they might not even have combat and use it. Roads. There you go. We're all set for our first draw. That'll be it for the Artillery Cup. We're good to go. All right, having a great time. It's getting kind of dark out, and it's beautiful out there. Oh, we did major yard work today. Like I said, knocked us for a loop. But, and I think the heat got up to past 90, so I thought it was a little bit too warm out there. I'm like, man, I'm sweating my butt off for it only being 80-something degrees. But yeah, might go out. It's really a nice fire outside on the deck. I think I'd like to do that. I'm in the mood for a nice fire on the deck. Maybe roast some marshmallows. Oh, crazy world. A lot of crazy news going on here this evening. But let's go ahead and tell the crazy world to go kiss our butts. It's all out of our control, and we'll draw ourselves a command marker ready to go. Having a good time with the strategies of these games, or this game rather. Units out of command. The first command marker we already will be a Union. So for turn 4 in the evening, we're starting off with a Union shit. It is the 3rd Corps. They're coming on up here. They don't have many men out, don't look like. Yeah, let's see what we got there. That's it. Huh. Alright, only a couple brigades for 3rd Corps. Wow, let's roll for their command effectiveness. From who? What leader would that be? Let's see if we can recognize them. Wait. Oh, what's his name? Oh, I better not say it. I don't know if I don't know. Oh, what was his name? All right, we'll hold off. All right. Ooh, let's roll. Look for a high roll, no die roll modifiers. Hold on, that is 3rd Corps. Yeah, we're looking for a 2nd Corps for our special command marker. Okay, so that doesn't apply. Ready for a roll, and he gets a 3. A 3 for the 3rd Corps. 3rd Corps gets a 3. And he goes for a 6. So we'll put his marker over here with his nice little portrait on there. On the 3, which corresponds, wrong one, with a 6. There you go. 6 movement points for these boys here. We'll be right back. All right, well, I'm seeing these little boys here. We want them to travel down the hill. We want them to get adjacent. Well, that'd be for combat. And it would be worth the combat to get those guys off the hill. We have no artillery support. They have no artillery support either, but you want to be, if you're going to get next to them, get on top of that hill. So we want to get on top of Cemetery Ridge. Ooh, I think they got themselves a nice little victory point hex there too. But I'm thinking with these 2 units here, we might just, I don't know if we want to get adjacent. We want to get up on the hill, and we get down on that road. Want to block off any of their crazy little thoughts that might get in their head of exiting off the boulevard. Be back. All right, we'll try for Carr's Brigade. Well, it's Humphrey. Okay. Oh, I was wrong. Let me see if that other one's Humphrey too. Yeah, okay. So it might have been Humphrey on that portrait over there for 3rd Corps. All right, let's go ahead and move Carr's Brigade, Humphrey's Corps. I believe that'll be 6. He won't be able to make it to the road, but he will project a zone of control. That's a projectable zone of control hex. This game, another key factor is some of these. Ooh, let me see if we can zoom in here. Slopes are rather steep. Let's find a steep one. Oh, you'll be able to tell. I mean, I've seen them already once. Let me see if we can find a real steep one. Let me see here. I gotta look with my naked eyes. But anyway, it might be one of these. Okay, here you go. there's a steep one. I don't think a zone of control could project this hex side. Either way, we'll see when it comes into effect, but there are certain hex sides that are prohibited. You can see how this is, this might even be prohibited to go cross this hex. You can cross this one, but you got to watch out for these really long ones, and you know, which one's which. I guess these are all normal, so it looks like the steep ones go quite a ways past the marker, so that'll be a good way to tell. But yeah, you got to kind of get microscopic on these games with some of this stuff we've seen already. All right, so that will be the end of it. They're still within command range. There's only 2 brigades, and they're rushing towards the action as the sun sets. There you go. That'll be our first draw. Let me see. I don't know if I want to take a break yet. Like I said, it's awfully nice out there. But we got news of flying. I mostly ignored them. I'm so tired of the news. Used to be a news junkie and everything, but it's beyond our control, people. So, yeah, just, and then, you know, right, left, to me, they're all, how's the saying go? Right wing, left wing. Yeah, it's all part of the same dirty bird. So, all right, we'll be back. All right, back with more July 1st evening action, and both sides just basically angling. Nothing's really happened yet. Getting their forces ready for, I guess, a big battle. We'll see what happens with this next chit draw. It will be Confederates, and specifically early is, look who we got here. All right, so Early's there. We'll roll for his command effectiveness. Looking for a high roll for Early. Oops, jumping on out of the. Oh, only a 2 for Early. Early, not too hip. So there you go. There's Early's marker. Over there, he has no artillery available to him. With the 2, he'll get 4 movement points for these 4 brigades on top of, is that Cemetery Hill or something? We'll be right back. Early's got one of the victory point hexes, I believe, right here. Yeah, there you go. So another key point is we'll move all these troops over just a little bit and let you look at the spot. It's the highest ground around. Stay there, don't move. Help will be on the way, hopefully. But right now, you're at the advantage, so Early's troops are, or rather, his chit draw was moot, because he will not do anything. So that is it. All right, no more Early troops spread around here. You don't see anywhere? All right. That'll be it. So next chit draw, Early holding fast on top of the big old hill. Who's next? Oh, it's a USA draw, specifically First Corps. First Corps. Oh, they're seeing all the action. Still no artillery for the First Corps, so let's roll and see how they do on their command. And this will be, I'm not sure who that is for First Corps. 4. For First Corps of 4 is 8 movement points. Wow. That's what the doctor ordered. All right, let's see what they want to do with it. They're, as you remember, our little corps getting ready to get surrounded. But luckily they had their chit draw on the initiative before everybody on their, left and right flank. We'll be back with First Corps. First Corps is taking some hits too, so they got some casualties going on there. We'll be back. All right, whether and pull back, I think the best orders to give to the First Corps will be to hold the high ground. It's really important in this game. However, when he leaves the zone of control of this unit here, and for anybody that is new to wargaming, a zone of control is represented by these hexes directly around your counter. The idea being that they have patrols that can get out this far or something, and once they meet you, you have to have combat. So he can exit the zone of control. He's locked in now, but he can't enter any other zone of control. So that'll be what's going on. So what we'll have to do here is move these old boys first. Or you can move them, you can stack them just at the end of movement. We'll have to move these guys out. So I'll probably move this unit here, back here. And we'll just back up onto some of these hills. And hold tight, boys. We'll be back. All right, another little school of thought is he is holding everybody up there with that little zone of control. Kind of making a nice little mess. But being adjacent to him like that in clear terrain, it requires a mandatory combat. That would take care of our only combat, and we don't want to waste it on a little bitty battle like that. So we're going to go ahead. Although looking at how these chit draws go, there might not be another battle, so we're going to go ahead and move him back. And he will take up position. Oh, I don't know if he can get there, though. Because here's the deal. He leaves his zone of control. He can't enter another one, and he can't cross these spots. Oh, I might want to check this one out, too. This might have been a bad move. I put this unit here. All right, now, where I think. Let me see here. Move this unit on over. I want to move these ones here, but we got this little obstruction. You can't move over that, and he can't move up here to get on in there. So this old boy here might just have to move out of the way, maybe up to here. All right, I'm seeing what's going on. These old boys just stay there. That might be the only option we have to us. Prohibited hex sides. You can't go in and out of them. It's like I said earlier, it's like a little tunnel. So we'll be back. As a matter of fact, I think that's just what we got to do. We have to pull him back up to on top of the hill with this. We can give you a little names of brigades here. Stone is at full strength. And I might have these in my game. Cutler. Oh, yeah, Cutler is at half strength. And there you go. So Stone will join some boys with a bunch of casualties, but they have orders to hold. Solidifying that position, holding off a flood of Confederates coming in, and we still have a stack there. All right, well, that'll take care of that chit draw. Had a whole bunch of movement points, we really didn't use them. We'll be back. Well, we'll go ahead and give us another command. Oh, there's a bunch of them in there, so it's gonna be a long turn. How does the battlefield develop? It is another initiative going to the Confederates here as the sun goes down the first day, July 1st, and the unit will be Pender. Where is Pender? Ooh. Pender. Now, does he have artillery available to him? No, he does not. All right, yep, only Rhodes and Heath. Oh, Rhodes, Heath, and Buford, and 9th and 12th Corps for the Union. All right, so we got old Pender's troops. Pender. Looks like he's got 4 brigades. 4 brigades for Pender. Ooh, no special command markers. Pender rolling for his command ability in his troops. 6. Pender killing it with a 6, and that equals 10 movement points. That's unheard of. So Pender in the evening lighting a fire under his troops' ass. All right, we gotta see what we want to do with Pender. He's got 4 brigades there. What are they up to? We'll be back. All right. Well, it hasn't come into effect yet, but I was under the impression that railroad bank embarkment hex side was what we were looking at. But if you go over here, that's in the Bull Run battle only. So we'll be going down here, and this is a lot less severe. Sunken Road hex side, you can see that room was prohibited, but you can move through that sunken road. I thought it was all prohibited. You'll get a +1 minus or a +1 modifier for the defender, I think. Defensive modifier, yeah, but there's a note. And then you also have artillery is allowed, yes. So you can fire, if you have artillery in that hex, it can fire out of it. That's what that means, by the way. You can fire out of it. Don't mean you can come in and be able to fire out of it. You could use your artillery. And then right here is the last one, is zone of controls. Yes, but it's a P, so that is another story indeed with old Pender's troops. So we'll see what we can do with 10 movement points. These guys can book. And we want to get us a flank attack on one of these, maybe a couple of these hexes. Yeah, I think with this movement here and with the strength of Pender's forces there, we might want to make this our only combat. And knowing that if we have more chit draws, well, no, the combat will have to come in right now with these troops. Oh, see, now that's a strategy. You can only have one battle for certain hours, which is, I guess, makes it, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's one of the restrictions. Or do we want to wait and see? It ain't like, here's what I'm trying to say. It ain't like you can move these guys adjacent to them, wait for other chit draws, move other guys to join the battle. Once they're adjacent to them during the next combat round, they got to fight. So this is what's movement combat. So movement combat, you can't wait for other units to come on in. If I move them next to these boys, they got to have combat right then and there. That'll be the only combat. So do I want to use Pender's forces? Might be a good combat. I'd have to take Pender's forces. He's got 4 brigades. Is what I'm trying to, what I'm really kind of looking at here. The strongest ones up. These boys here. Let's look at their tactical efficiency. See when their chit's drawn. Oh, they're all 2s. Nothing really special. They're all average. But these forces here are weakened. So we're going to try to maybe have some major combat. I'm still thinking about having not a major combat, but a good battle. If we can dislodge, let's zoom back out here. These old boys, they can open up the floodgates. Get them on in here. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not seeing anything else, although I guess if we get Rhodes. Did Rhodes already get picked? Oh, Rhodes has got artillery too. Should we hold off, keep our powder dry, and wait for old Rose's chit draw? But then he could do the same thing to these forces. But these forces are on top of the hill. Yeah, we get the guy get a hill modifier. Got to get up there. He'll be able to because he's got a 10. So do we take advantage of that 10? These guys might get a chit draw and get 2 movement points. All kinds of stuff going through the air. Things to decide on. Killer Gettysburg game. What will happen? Be back. All right. Hold on a second. Let me turn this off on the Bluetooth. Hope that don't make a difference on audio. Before we get too ahead of ourselves with Pender's forces, I think we might have a little bit of a redo here on our last chit draw. I'm going to look down here again at this unfinished railroad. Where did I see that? Unfinished railroad. Okay. Other terrain costs, no big deal. That's it, unfinished railroad there, it's fine. Let's go back here to sunken railroad hex side. And it says under zones of control. And you get the big, ooh, yes. But then you got a P. So let's go down here and P, it says zones of control extends out but not into the sunken road across, hold on, I can't read it, but not into the sunken road across a sunken road hex side. So we put those troops there to guard this little spot here, but zones of control can extend out of it but not into it. That's goofy. I mean, I'm not goofy, but let's try to figure out what he's trying to do there, the designers. So you're in the sunken road hex. You can stop anybody that's outside here, but these people outside here can't stop you. So this was kind of useless as a movement. That's what I'm saying. But we still do have the hard ground. But the old boys can come right past us, flip us off, and keep on walking. Is basically what the game mechanic on this terrain is. All right, so let's see. I'm gonna look and see if I want to redo that. We had 8 movement points. Did he roll a 6? I thought he had 10 movement points. I think I might have moved him. I'll have to redo that. I think he can move anywhere he wants. He really nailed it out of the park. Or was it the ones we just... Oh, okay. Let's keep him there on his 8. He gets 8 movement points. And the one we just picked has 10 as roads. So these boys here can really get going. And so can these. But I'm gonna move around here and see if there's better spots so we can stop any more movement on that sunken road. We'll be right back. Another key is it's a sunken road. Here is the main road to be coming down. We got them blocked here. They could sneak around us here. We might have to put a unit right here. We'll see. We'll be right back. New position. Here's the explanation. Ooh, like the terrain chart says, zone of control in here can extend out. So he can go, his zone of control can stop anybody who goes here, stop anybody who goes here, stop anybody who goes here, and stop anybody who goes here. If he has a Confederate unit that moves here, he can't do nothing with them. Confederate unit here, I'm sorry about that, can't do nothing with them. So he's free to move. Let's move this out. Yeah, see this hex here. When you're now a Confederate zone of control, if he's here, can go there, but not through these. So there, that is it. That's a good spot for him. Now we're giving up the high ground, I said, but ooh, hold on a second. Let me get this right. We are giving up the high ground, but let him have the high ground. His zone of control don't come into my hex. My zone of control does go into his hex. It's the weird thing about the which one we want? Gettysburg, sunken road hex side. You can see here. We'll try to get it out. There you go. And zone of controls do project out of it with the P. And like I said, I'll just show you this again. Zones of control extend out of, but not into, the sunken road hex side across a sunken road hex side. So there you go. That's kind of something to keep in mind. Now, another note I want to do before we call this a video, because we're going to call this a video real quick, is before I made the mistake of saying, if you want to do a grand battery, you'll do this. You'll grab all these ones that have cores. If I was going to do a grand battery, I would have did this. Pulled these ones out, their cores, left the divisional artillery in there because they're not part of it. And then at a certain battle I wanted, I'd use these. But I mistakenly said it would only give you 1 + 1. No, it'd give you 3. And I think that 3 goes on your attack factor, or is it a die roll out or some fire? We'll find out if we ever do the grand battery. But you'd have your key battle, and you'd add it, instead of just adding 1, it had as many as you want. This is only 3 we had in there. There might even be more. You might even have it up +4 or 5. So that grand battery could definitely be a game changer. Yeah, definitely. All right, we got artillery out here. Oh, why is that, boy? Did I move something? Yeah. Long sleeves. There you go. I'm like, don't get things messed up. Everything's got to be in its spots here. Oh, man, we got all kinds of stuff moved out of here. What did we do? Pender. Heath artillery goes here. Pender, hit out of park. Oh, man, this is all moved around. Early. Oh, all right, I got to check out my chits. We got to quit wearing the longer sleeves on this board. We're going to call it a video. We'll be back. All right, I think we got it all set up. Rhodes has got his artillery. If he ever gets pulled early, only had 2 movement points. And Heath's got artillery, and it is Pender, whose turn is up now, and he hit it out of the park. He gets 10 movement points. We're figuring out what we want to do with 4 full brigades against this little spot here. Now, we ever thought about moving them around and having a big battle. We'll see what goes on. But he's got 10 movement points for these 2. Do we want to wait and get a draw from these boys here? What kind of battles are? Do we want to wait for units coming in? We'll call that a video. When we come back, you'll find out what the decision is and what Pender wants to do with his forces. We'll be back.